write this down.
Yeah.
So capo for. Am I awake? Let's put it right here.
Shares.
Open. Let's put an O. Oh, Hayuk. Open. Okay, and then 4. 4. And then we can do that on 4 if we wanted.
Alright, so do you guys feel comfortable with the stuff you're doing?
Yeah. And then, oh my god, Bob Marley.
Okay.
That's on capo 2.
It's on cable too, yeah.
Test 1.
It starts on G though.
Or no, it's right there, but
Where's your Sharinium?
it's not actually.
Where's the contact? I thought you were saying it was not.
Good Shabbos. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8.
here it is, right here. What is right at the bottom
Oh,
of this?
right at the back.
Look right here.
Okay. It's the
G.
FCG. Oh, GFCG. You could have just written a G at the beginning of that. GFCG, and then it's CD. Oh wait, G. No, DC. DG. C. DG. Okay, and then it's
Yeah, and then for Micha Mocha,
Micha Mocha. Hang on.
Micha 2, and it's
G, C, A minor.
D.
I found
That's
it.
the whole song.
It's G, C, A minor, G, E minor, C, D.
What is it? So it's G,
Getting
C,
closer.
A minor, G, E minor, C.
Hi, Lucy.
Hi. We figured it out, man.
Pretty much.
I don't need you.
We don't need you.
No. No.
Yeah.
Come up and
It's okay,
share.
I'll do that. Wait,
So-
where'd you
so
write it?
just
Where'd
go
you
back
write
to
it?
G for me, Mocha?
G, E minor, C, A minor. No. It's G, C, A minor, G, E minor, C, D.
Okay.
5 minutes? Okay.
Should we do Akiba 2? Yeah, before the other one. I like that better.
These Kuts packets are saving my life right now.
Sure. So everything's on capo. This is on capo 4. I'm playing uke for one song. We're doing a cappella because that's not a guitar song. Oh, we still have that song. We still have that song. We have every song except for that one. Oh, we don't know any Misha Baraks. Can you play a Misha Barak? What Misha Barak could you do? Just come up here and do one Misha Barak. Can you like feature? No, I want you to play it. The DB Friedman one. DB.
Oh, wait, we have it in the machine.
I know. But you can play it without looking at the yeah. What? You want to play it? Want to be featured? Yeah. Lucy, you were right. You do look hot.
Oh.
You might need Crystal's guitar. Try Crystal's.
Yeah.
Because I'm cute.
Do you want to pick?
Two shells? No.
Sorry, there you go.
boardroom. No, this is the
Oh,
this is the Shamash
Oh.
venue.
Okay. You wanna play House Convenience too?
I don't
Where's
know.
Sydney play it?
It's like
I can ask Sid, but I don't know.
Where's Sid?
it's the one that we did last night.
What we did last
Oh,
night?
that one?
Yes.
That one. What are the chords?
Oh, I have them on my phone.
Do you need the chords for you or no?
Yeah, what are they?
It's D G A D G or G D.
Top thing.
G D. Yeah.
Oh my god.
That's right. That's right. That's right.
Play it?
I could play it. I didn't know that was the one you were talking about.
Yeah, do you want to play it?
When is it?
So that's the Hashki venue.
It's after Mika
After
Mocha.
Mika Mocha.
You want
That
that
one?
one? Yeah.
Do you even Sid both want to do it?
Let me ask her if she. So should I get?
I love that Zach is always in
Yeah, get your guitar.
It makes me so happy, actually.
That's
Okay.
there's Sid right there. Are you cool playing Hashki venue?
Aside from the two of you, are there any other song leaders that are helping?
Yeah. Lucy and
Come
is
over
Sydney
here.
gonna do it too? Alright, yeah.
We'll be fine.
Alexander. The other one is very we need to find out if Sydney wants to plug in. Because I need
She doesn't need to plug in. No. She said if you wanted her to.
I can.
There is, I want you to sign here as a witness of her certificate. So you get to sign on that one. Okay.
No, I just want to make sure I do it without mess. No, I don't want to mess that up.
So, and so you can sign there and then here. Yeah. much appreciated.
else?
Nope.
Okay.
Let's make sure this one works real quick. Testing, test. It does work. Okay. All right, we got to go back and get the rabbi.
Good. So you brought your mom? Your mom, uh-oh. Okay. Yeah, it's just, 5 minutes, doesn't it? too. How long are you going to be in town? Okay. That's what your mom said.
I'll still sing with you though. Okay.
That's a Reformed synagogue. So his guitar is really cool, energetic, getting involved. Wonderful guy. I've known him since he was like 7. Yeah. Well, that's good. Good Shabbos, everyone. We are going to be starting in just a minute. Please make sure that you have access to Mishkan Tefillah. Make sure that you have the prayer book for tonight, Mishkan Tefillah.
Do they answer me and then
I'll tell you in a second. Good Shabbos, everyone. Good Shabbos. If we could have everybody come and take a seat. Thank you. Well, I want to say for those of you who are here visiting tonight, if you don't know, my name's Jackie Rosen, and I'm proud to be the temple president. And I have a little helper here with me, Miss Hannah Brislin, and she has a question. What's the question you have? Say it. Is Nifty in the house?
Is Nifty in the house?
Nifty in the house.
Is Nifty in the house?
Can I hear Nifty?
Can I hear Nifty?
Can we hear Nifty? Yeah. Can we hear Nifty? Nifty's in the house. So what's Nifty? North American Federation of Temple Youth, the next generation of fabulous Jewish leaders. They are here this weekend learning about social action, tikkun olam, and how to be great, ethical Jewish people and protect our future and the future generations just like all the rest of us have. So they have a lot of choices, these high school kids, and they chose to be here on Shabbat and be together and sing and pray. So thank you, Nifty. Say, come on, Hannah. Thank you, Nifty.
Thank you, Nifty.
Yay. So We have a few other announcements. They're not quite as exciting. Next Friday night is Shabbat B'Yachad, our community Shabbat. We start again at 6:15. The dinner will be a Mediterranean dinner, and that'll be at 7:15. So get your reservations in because we fill up fast. I think we had 150, 170 at the last one. Also, I wanted to say that the Sisterhood and Hadassah present a women's health conference on Sunday, January 25th. It's $25 a person. It has some great sessions. It includes lunch, and you won't be sorry. And then the other thing I'm really proud to say, how old is Congregation Ner Tamid? Do you know?
40.
You're right, 40 years old. So February 6th and 7th, we're going to celebrate our 40th birthday with a great Shabbat and a big birthday bash. And do you think we've invited everyone to Shabbat on that night?
Yes.
Will you be here?
Yes.
Okay. So everyone, please join us then. Please enjoy our nifty kids. They sing loud and proud. And let's see the older folks. We got to outdo them. It's going to be hard, but we're going to do it, right? Shabbat Shalom.
So we're going to start with a little Jewer size, which means you have to stand up, and you got to show me some surfer moves, like your best surfer pose. Come on.
Let's go. Shiru, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah.
Come on, Rabbi.
Shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah. Shiru, 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 shir chadash. Shiru, 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 shir chadash. Shiru, 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 shir chadash. Le'adonai.
You got it now?
Shiru, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah. Shiru, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah. Shiru, 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 shir chadash.
I see half of you.
Shiru, 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 shir chadash. Shiru, 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 shir chadash. Le'adonai. One more time. Shiru, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah. Shiru, shir hallelujah, shir hallelujah.
All right, so now you feel warmed up to pray, right? That's the goal.
Now that you all warmed up, we're going to chill it down. Elohai neshama shenatata bi Tehorahi, Tehorahi Elohai neshama shenatata bi Tehorahi, Tehorahi Awake my soul, awake my soul, awake my soul, my soul. How fickle my heart and how oozy my eyes. I struggle to find any truth in your lies. And now my heart stumbles on things I don't know. This weakness I feel must finally show. Awake my soul. Awake my soul. Awake my soul. In these bodies we will live. In these bodies we will die. Will you invest your love? You invest your life. In these bodies we will live. In these bodies we will die. Will you invest your love? You invest your life. Awake my soul. Awake my soul. Awake
Page 142 in your Mishkan Tefillah, Shalom Aleichem.
Not really.
Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Shalom Aleichem, Malachei Asharet, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Bochem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Baruch Hu ni l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Seidchem l'shalom, Malachei Hashalom, Malachei Elyon, Mimelech, Malachei Hamlachim, HaKadosh Baruch Hu.
Hello and good Shabbos. My name is Savannah Sinowitz, and I am the Social Action Vice President of NITI, the Near to Me Temple Youth Group. You may have noticed the 130 teenagers around you. They have traveled from all over the southwestern United States to be here with us this weekend. NIFTY, the North American Federation of Temple Youths, is an organization that focuses on Judaism, friendship, and bettering our community. This weekend, NIFTY Southwest is here in Las Vegas for Social Action Weekend. 3 days full of helping and understanding others. We'd like to thank those who helped this event happen, especially those who opened up their homes to provide housing for us. We are thrilled to spend Shabbat with our friends and congregation. Thank you.
Good Shabbos, everyone. So to echo what Savannah has said, there's a number of people I want to welcome and do a little shout out to. Special guest this evening, Lynn Butner. Lynn, where are you? Yay, Lynn. Lynn is the Regional Director of Youth Engagement for NIFTY. And colleague Harry Rosenfeld, where are you? Over there. My colleague from Congregation Albert in Albuquerque. Is there anyone here from Albuquerque? Is there anyone here from, who? There's an Albuquerque. There is someone to join your temple right there. All right. Melissa Fry, Director of the URJ Kutz Camp. Where are you? Is she here? All right, she's in the back. Jonah Friedlander, Mitzvah Corps, Assistant Director of Mitzvah Corps. Jonah, are you here? All right, shout out to Jonah. Alex Rogers, Youth Engagement Specialist from Camp Newman. Alex, are you here? All right. Having nothing to do with NIFTY, but everything to do with celebrating a simcha, Joyce Herland has brought with her a special friend from Michigan, and she wanted me to mention where. So Joyce, where are you, so we can welcome your friend? So you apparently have a friend, Jill and Reverend Rich, who just got married, and you wanted me to wish them mazel tov. So wave your hand, the newly couple, mazel tov to you. All right. A weekend like this doesn't just happen, it becomes. And we want to do a special shout out to Jolie Brislin, our incredible NITI advisor. Where are you, Jolie? Where's Jolie? All right. Jolie has worked so hard, really hard, to plan this weekend. We want to thank her and our education director, Lonnie Kritzler, our temple president, Jackie Rosen, all of the parents and congregants who have housed, who have opened up their floors to all of you, and in some cases, their beds as well. We are delighted to have also joining our incredible song leaders, Sam and Fagel and Crystal Wood over here. This service, they will be joined by the head song leaders of Nifty Southwest, Lucy Greenbaum and Sydney Alexander. Where are you? All right. So hopefully I did not forget anyone. We have a lot of special people here who make this such an incredible weekend for everybody. In a little bit, we'll also be welcoming our newest future Nifty-ite, Sophia, who was born just a little while ago, a month or so ago. And so we'd like to have her mother, Melissa, have the honor of kindling the Shabbat lights. And so Sophia, bring your mom up, as well as your grandparents, Steve Eaton, Alan Blivis, and Freddie, if you want to come as well. $120, $121.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'tzivanu lehadlik ner shel Shabbat.
We'd like to ask our advisor, Jolie Brislin, to be joined by our co-NITI presidents, Goldie Aschenbach and Omri Blitt, and all the members of the NITI board to come up for Kiddush and Motzi.
Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, borei peri hagafen. Amen. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodsho, ve'ahava uvratzon hinchilanu, Zikaron lema'aseh v'reishit, ki hu yom techila lemikra'e kodesh, zecher letziat Mitzrayim, ki vanu v'acharta, ve'otanu kidashta mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodshecha, be'ahava uvratzon inchaltanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh haShabbat. Amen. Baruch Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen.
We continue on page 124. We read together, "May the door of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love, all who are lonely for friendship. May it welcome all who have cares to unburden, thanks to express, hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness and pride, envy and enmity. May its threshold be no stumbling block to young or straying feet. May it be too high to admit complacency, selfishness, and harshness. May this synagogue be for all who enter the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life." We rise for the Borchu, page 146.
Am I awake? Am I prepared? Are you listening to my prayer? Can you hear my voice? Can you understand? Am I awake? Am I prepared? Barechu et Adonai HaMevorach. Baruch Adonai HaMevorach le'olam va'ed, le'olam va'ed. Yalalai lai lai, 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 yalalai lai lai.
147. O God, you are near to us as the very air we breathe, yet farther than the farthermost star. We yearn to reach you. We seek the light and warmth of your presence. Though we say you are near, we are lonely and alone. Oh, let our desire be so strong that it will rear the veil that keeps you from our sight. Let your light release our darkness and reveal the glory and joy of your presence. This is an hour of change. Within it we stand uncertain on the border of light. Shall we draw back or cross over? Where shall our hearts turn? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over? This is the hour of change, and within it we stand quietly on the border of light. What lies before us? Shall we draw back, my brother, my sister, or cross over?
Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Aravim.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Borei yom v'layla, golel or mibnei hoshek, golel or mibnei hoshek, vehoshek mibnei or. into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night. Roll into dark, roll into light. Night becomes day, day turns to night.
(151) Wisdom and wonder, passion and instruction, story and symbol. All these things your Torah gives to us, and the more we devote ourselves to it, the more it grows and gives. What could be a truer token of your abiding love than this holiest of your works and the living language that gives it form?
ואהבתך אל תסיר ממנו לעולמים, ברוך אתה אדוני אוהב עמו ישראל.
Israel, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kavod Mahuto Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Shem Kavod Mahuto Le'olam Va'ed. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad.
Please join me on page 154 for the Ve'ahavta. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha v'chol nafshecha u'v'chol me'odecha v'chayu hadvarim ha'eleh asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha v'shinantam levanecha v'dibartam bam v'shivtecha v'eitecha u'leftecha b'derech u'shofbecha ufkumecha u'kshartam le'yot al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ftavtam al mezuzot beitecha u'visharecha leman tiskeru v'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'tem kedoshim Elohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihyot lachem le'Elohim ani Adonai Elohechem. Standing on the parted shores of history, we still believe what we were taught before ever we stood at Sinai's foot, that wherever we go, it is eternally Egypt, that there is a better place, a promised land, that the winding place to that promise passes through the wilderness, that there is no way to get from here to there except by joining hands, marching together.
O mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai, O mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh, O nor tehilot, O sefer, O nor tehilot, O sefer. Won't you help me sing these songs of freedom? 'Cause all I ever had, redemption songs. No, tehilot, oh sefer, oh no, tehilot, oh sefer. Songs of freedom, 'cause all I ever had, redemption songs, these songs of freedom.
161 together. Let there be love and understanding among us. Let peace and friendship be our shelter from life's storms. Adonai, help us to walk with good companions, to live with hope in our hearts and eternity in our thoughts, that we may lie down in peace and rise up waiting to do your will.
Baruch atah Adonai, haporei sukat shalom aleinu ve'al kol amo Yisrael ve'al Yerushalayim.
Hashkivenu Adonai Eloheinu l'shalom, l'shalom. V'ha'amideinu shomreinu l'chaim. Ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha, ufros aleinu sukat shlomecha. Shelter us beneath thy wings, O Adonai. Guard us from all harmful things, O Adonai. Keep us safe throughout the night, till we wake with morning's light. Teach us daily wrong from right, Adonai. Amen. 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 Amen.
All right, this one's going to be done a cappella.
Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei onei Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei onei Shabbat Mekadeshei, Mekadeshei Shvi Shabbat Kulam Yisveu V'yitangu mitu v'chashabat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat. Last verse. Zecher l'maaseh, l'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat. Zecher l'maaseh, l'maaseh v'reshit Shabbat. Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat Yismechu v'malechutecha Shomrei, Shomrei, Shomrei Shabbat V'korei oneg Shabbat.
Please rise for the tefillah.
(164), 166.
So that my mouth may declare your praise. My mouth may declare your praise. Yalalai, 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 Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu v'Elohei avotenu v'imotenu Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzchak v'Elohei Yaakov Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka Elohei Rachel v'Elohei Leah Ha'el Hagadol Hagibor v'Hanora El Elyon Gomel Chasadim Tovim V'konei Hakol V'zocher Chasdei Avot V'imahot Umevi Geula Livnei V'neihem Lema'an Shemo Be'ahava Melech Ozer Umoshia Umagein Baruch Atah Adonai Magein Avraham Bezrat Sarah Ata Gibor Leolam Adonai Mechayei HaKol Ata Rav Lehoshia Mashiv HaRuach Umorid HaGashem Mechakel Chayim Bechesed Mechayei HaKol Berachamim Rabim Somech Noflim Verofei Cholim Umatir Asurim Umekayem emunato lishenei afar.
גבורות, ומידו מלך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות הכל, ברוך אתה אדוני מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלע, ברוך אתה אדוני האל הקדוש.
We continue in silent devotion through page 180.
Adonai Surim ve'goali. Adonai Surim, Adonai Surim, Adonai Surim ve'goali. Lihu le'rason imrefim refim. Liho livi lefanecha. Lihu le'rason imrefim refim. Liho livi lefanecha. Adonai Surim, Adonai Surim, Adonai Surim le'goali. Adonai Surim, Adonai Surim, Adonai Surim le'goali.
371 has the words to a very special prayer, the Misha Berach. It's a time in our service where we take a few moments to think of those in our circle of friends, family, and loved ones who are in need of our prayers for healing. It's a time when we give a sense of appreciation and support to those who are caregivers as well, who give tirelessly of their time for their loved ones' health and safety. And for those who face addictions and struggles, our prayers are with them as well. And so if you'd like to say the name of someone or someone's special to you, please simply stand and say their names, as many names as you would like. Now we as a community, we stand in solidarity as we join together, Misha Berach. Well, we welcome the newest Niftyite in training. Sophia is her name, and she was born on December 3rd, 2014. She's going to be named tonight after Andy's mom, Sharon Sophia. Her middle name is after Andy's papa, Phil, and Melissa's aunt, Phyllis. Andy's mom was a very unique and loving person. She would always go out of her way to help others. She was very involved in our temple sisterhood and loved being Jewish. Andy said two things that he remembers most is that his mom would always tell him that when he would go to overnight camp as a child, if he ever got homesick, just look at the sky for the brightest star. If he was ever homesick, he should remember that his mom was looking up at the sky at the same one. And that has brought him comfort over the years after she passed away. We still look to the sky and remember his mom. The other story is that just before his mom passed away, she had a friend named Mac, who was a mail clerk, who came by her desk. She noticed he was not looking well, and she said, "You gotta go to the ER." And finally he listened, and that saved his life as he was having a heart attack. Sophia's middle name is after Andy's papa, Phil, who was an amazing person as well. After he passed, Andy learned that he had been accepted to go to Northwestern University for his undergrad, but because of military commitments, he was not able to attend. So he was self-taught, doted over his children and his grandkids. Devotion to those he loved was apparent by the way that he took care of Andy's Nana, even when she was in a nursing home, spending every day 3 times a day with her to make sure that she got the best care. Melissa's aunt Phyllis was very artistic in her creativity and work, an unconventional and very free spirit. Sophia was born with a twin brother, blessed memory, Jacob, who now becomes her guardian angel. And so her Hebrew name, Shana Panina, also has Yaakova, so that her beloved twin brother will always be with her. Shana Panina Yaakova, Bat Hanan V'Meryl, a name of royalty, of laughter, of love. Sophia, come on up, bring your mom and dad with you, and your whole contingent can come as well, if you'd like, please. The congregation, please rise. Well, Sophia, it's not the first time you'll sleep through a rabbi's sermon. And I can tell you this baby naming is like the Verizon commercial. You got your people behind you. You're in your mother's arms, and your dad's looking down upon you with devotion. And that's how it should be in life. We talked about the people that you are named after, and perhaps you don't realize it now. But the good thing about a naming is, in making this official, it now becomes part of Sophia's story. Her Jewish name, her English name, tied to people so important to the two of you. And now they will become important to her. Her free spiritness, her love of family, her devotion and kindness to others, all of these qualities we hope that she will have as we bestow upon her that beautiful Hebrew name, Shana Panina Yaakova. And so we ask, O God, that you shine upon her from on high. Sustain Sophia in life and health. May her name become honored and respected. Extend your sheltering arm over her and give her health and understanding. May she so live as to bring blessings to her parents, to the congregation, and to all mankind. As we say these words of blessing, our cantors so beautifully will sing.
May you be blessed beneath the wings of peace. May you be guided in peace. and joy. May this be our blessing. Amen. Bruchot habot tachat kanfei Ashechina. Bruchim habayim tachat kanfei Ashechina. May you be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love, be blessed with peace. May you be blessed beneath the wings of Shekhinah. Be blessed with love, be blessed with peace. Simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov, mazel tov, mazel tov, simin tov. Yeilanu, 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 ulecha Yisrael. Yeilanu, yeilanu, ulecha Yisrael. Yeilanu, yeilanu, ulecha Yisrael. Yeilanu, yeilanu, ulecha Yisrael.
Shabbat Shalom. Well, I began thinking about this sermon several months ago. I knew that this Shabbat would be special, that it would take place over Martin Luther King Jr.'s weekend, and of course that it was SAW, Social Action Weekend, and that converging upon us would be some 160 Niftyites, eager to learn, to listen, and also to make sense of what it means to have a weekend devoted to social action. The conversation a few months ago around the country was devoted to the racial tensions in Ferguson, Missouri. In the aftermath of a fatal shooting of Michael Brown on August 9th, 2014, each successive day saw increasing tension between the police and the community. Each day, protesters became more and more unruly, and police became more forceful. The unrest continued on November 24th after a grand jury decided not to indict the police officer who shot Michael Brown. This case in particular has caused a national conversation about race. In 2008, I remember standing here after Barack Obama was elected to become the first African American to be elected President of the United States. Many thought that this would mark not only a victory for civil rights, but that our nation was becoming increasingly colorblind. That Dr. King's vision of judging a man not by the color of his skin, but by the content of his character was finally being realized. I remember predicting at the time that the cup was both half empty and half full. That indeed we lived in a time in which great progress was being made, and that this next generation, and yours in particular, would be increasingly colorblind. Indeed, as the years have progressed, this, I think, has proved to be true. Moreover, rights for the LGBTQ communities have also benefited from a generational shift that has gone far beyond mere tolerance, but in many states, finally, acceptance. But the half-empty side reminds us that we have much to do. Racism is still a blight on our nation. The LGBTQ community has made great strides since the movement first got its stand in Stonewall Inn in Greenwich Village so many decades ago. Supreme Court is going to march the issue forward if you saw this morning's newspaper. It will take a while, I think, for the generational shift, but the tipping point to successful change has already begun, and things are way different than even 10 years ago. But then I'm sitting here writing the sermon, and out came the events of this past week in Paris, and then, of course, in Belgium. And I thought I needed to comment on what these events mean to me. What did it mean to stand with people of many ethnicities and religions this past Monday and declare, I am Charlie, or Je suis juif, French for I am Jewish? The latter being reminiscent of the words of the reporter Daniel Pearl, who was decapitated after being kidnapped by Muslim extremists in May 2002, who accused him of being a spy for Israel. His last words were these: my name is Daniel Pearl. I'm a Jewish American from Encino, California. My father's Jewish, my mother's Jewish. I'm Jewish. The ADD news junkie in me couldn't help but find yet another disturbing connection to other events that were also taking place about the same time we were focusing our attention in Paris. Those were the events in Boko Haram, Nigeria, where Muslim extremists in May 2014 kidnapped hundreds of girls and were intent on selling them as slaves. And now, in the beginning of January, we find that some 2,000 more people were killed. So what do the events of Stonewall Inn, Pakistan, Paris, Boko Haram, even going back to Selma, all share in common? They are all tipping points in history where someone stood up and said, enough. Points in history in which people were galvanized by the absurdity of prejudice and the impact that hatred has on society as a whole. Reverend Martin Niemöller wrote the famous words that I think all of us think of when we recall the Holocaust. First, they came for the socialists, and I did not speak out because I was not a socialist. Then they came for the trade unionists, and I did not speak out because I was not a trade unionist. Then they came for the Jews, and I did not speak out because I was not a Jew. Then they came for me, and there was no one left to speak for me. Dr. King, writing in 1954, said something similar, but in a different way. Listen to these words. Man's scientific genius has been amazing. I think we have to look much deeper than that if we are to find the real cause of man's problems and the real cause of the world's ills today. If we are to really find it, I think we will have to look in the hearts and souls of men. The trouble isn't so much that we don't know enough, but it's as if we aren't good enough. The trouble isn't so much that our scientific genius lags behind, but our moral genius lags behind. The great problem facing modern man is that the means by which we live have outdistanced the spiritual ends for which we live. So we find ourselves caught up in a messed up world. The problem is with man himself and man's soul, for we haven't learned how to be just and honest and kind and true and loving. And that is the basis of our problem. The real problem is that through our scientific genius, we've made of the world a neighborhood, but through our moral and spiritual genius, we failed to make it a brotherhood. But the real danger confronting civilization today is that the atomic bomb which lies in the hearts and souls of men, capable of exploding into the vilest of hate and into the most damaging selfishness, that's the atomic bomb that we've got to fear today. Problem is with the men, within the heart and the souls of men. That is the real basis of our problem. Our fear of the other hardens our hearts so easily. In school, we can mock, we can bully, we can post on Facebook and on Instagram. We can tweet things that hurt, and they come so very easily to those who find humor in others people's pain. While all these terrible things differ in location and scale, and there would be those who say we must resist the temptation to compare one act of inhumanity to the other for fear of trivializing or distorting history, I make a different point tonight. I do not equate the acts, but I do say that the root of racism, anti-Semitism, homophobia is not based upon God's anger against us, but rather our own fears and insecurities. There are many ways to protest, to voice our opinions and affect social change. And as Dr. King noted, returning hate for hate multiplies hate. In this week's Torah portion, we read of how God hardens Pharaoh's heart. We read such lines of the Torah with difficulty. But our commentators are quick to point out that it was not God who hardened Pharaoh's heart. Pharaoh's own misdeeds changed his character. His hatred blinded him. His fear motivated him to act in the worst possible way, because hate is just as injurious to the person who hates. Like an unchecked cancer, hate corrodes the personality and eats away its vital unity. Hate destroys a man's sense of values and his objectivity. It causes him to describe the beautiful as ugly and the ugly as beautiful, and to confuse the true with the false and the false with the true. The world in which you inherit, each generation is challenged to improve upon the next. Each generation is challenged to embrace with fervor the social gains made by the prior generations, but these rights and these successes can easily be taken away. Our history has shown this far too often, and the Jews of France live in the shadow of this fear daily, and too many of them are fleeing and leaving because of fear. So what can you do, you Niftyites who are going to be the inheritors of this generation to come? I have a few things I want to say. The first thing is to educate yourself and don't hide behind the shrug of a shoulder. Don't remain indifferent to the call of justice. The second thing is to recognize that just because you can't solve all of the world's problems doesn't mean you shouldn't try to solve some. Find a cause with which you are passionate and become involved. Lastly, remember that you are here for Social Action Weekend in large part because you are Jewish. Understand what that means. Understand your ties to your history, to your values, to the state of Israel, because you are on the verge, many of you, of attending college. And when you go to college, all of your values, your sense of self is going to be challenged in ways that you cannot anticipate or expect. For the first time, all of the things that you have taken for granted are going to be, there are other people in this world who believe differently, who think differently, and you may not know what to say beyond a stutter. And now is the time to educate yourself. In particular, with respect to the state of Israel, college is going to be a big challenge. We love Israel, but too many of us are not educated as to why we love Israel, and the platitudes are not enough to sustain us. That is number one when you go to college, where you will be challenged, and you need to know how to respond. The BDS movement, boycott, divestment, and sanctions, is rampant on all college campuses. Go to the Nifty website now. Go to the Religious Action Center, or the Reform Movement's website, the RAC. or the ADL website and learn what is true and what isn't. Because I guarantee you, as Jewish leaders, you are the ones who need to speak up. For if not you, then who? Let me give you one example that will make things real quick. In fact, it's a little bit mind-blowing. My alma mater, UCLA, there's an organization called Students for Justice in Palestine. They tried to exclude students who had taken trips to Israel, sponsored by certain Jewish-affiliated groups, from voting in the undergraduate student government. Think about that. If you went on birthright, you would have been forced to give up your right to be part of the student government at UCLA had this passed. This is UCLA. The intent was to create a chilling effect on Jewish participation in Birthright, a program that allows all of you to see firsthand what Israel is really like beyond the headlines. And so perhaps I've covered too much ground tonight, but the events of the past months have really caused my head to swirl. It's easy to take some aspirin and take a nap. It's easy to turn off the TV and just listen to music. It's easy to just pal around with your friends. It is far harder to care, to become activists, to become involved. It is even harder to live up to the challenges of Jewish values and the moral imperatives of our faith. But whoever said being Jewish was easy? Shabbat Shalom.
When we look and we see things are not what they should be, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. When drill, baby drill, turns to spill, baby spill, God's counting on me, God's counting on you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you. Hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, hoping we'll all pull through, me and you.
Page 586, we rise for the Aleinu.
Aleinu l'shabeach Adon hakol, lateit gedula liotzer bereshit, shelo asanu kegoye haratzot, velo samanu kemishpechot adama, shelo sam chelkeinu kahem, vegor aleinu kechol hamonam, va'anachnu korim, ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד Ushemo, Ushemo, Ushemo Echad.
Please be seated. Page 598 is our Kaddish prayer. We take time to remember those who have died in recent days: Jack Snyder, Arnold Espin, Ira Newman, Harold Israel. Those whose yortzites are observed: Muriel Akroff, Oscar Alterwitz, Ann Bloom, Mildred Cohen, Edward Coleman, Esther Corbin, Jack Craycraft, Raphael Davalli, Lawrence Deutscher, Kenny Falk, William Feldman, Herbert Foreman, Edward Frank, Sadie Friedman, Arthur Gellen, Jerry Getz, Yocheved Gross, Bernice Hirsch, Dora Israel, Diane Jaffa, Seymour Joseph, Frank Kurtman, William Crayson, Hilda Coleman, Joseph Lafer, Henry Lander, Harold Lerner, Eva Lee, Arnold David Lentz, Philip Luckerman, Zalman Malis, Diane McInerney, Harvey Moody, Sarah Sally Nathanson, Pearl Nyman, Gloria Parker, Bernard I. Rabin, Sidney Rogers, Meyer, Bill Schlesinger, Cecil Serling, Betty Silber, Hyman Solowitz, Jim Stark, Annette Weinstein, Harvey Wetzler, Ida Willen, Lena Wilton, Meyer Wolf. If you would like to say the name of someone who is not mentioned for Kaddish or Yortzeit, please stand and say their name. As we think of these and others who have touched our hearts, we rise to recite our Kaddish prayer. Yitkadal v'yitkadash shemei rabbah, v'yalma divrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon v'yomechon v'chayedachol beit Yisrael, magalav izman kariv v'yimru amen. Yehei shemei rabbah mevorach le'olam omei almaya, yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, V'yitadar, v'yitaleh, v'yitalal, shmei dekusha, b'richu, leila min kol, birchata v'shirata, tush b'chata v'nechemata, damiram b'alma v'imru, amen. Yehi shlom harabba min shamaya v'chayim, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. O say shalom b'mramav, hu ya'aseh shalom, aleinu v'al kol Yisrael v'imru, amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and to all Israel, to which we say, amen. Hold on, I need instructions. Gotcha. All right. So in a few moments, we're going to have a beautiful dinner for our guests, for the Swifty students and advisors, and you're going to go through the back double doors. For the congregation, next week we have our Shabbat B'Yachad, and our Shabbat B'Yachad program means that we will have services next week again at 6:15, followed by dinner. We want you to sign up for that. But tonight you're going to go through those side double doors. And Lonnie wanted me to remind those of you who are students in our religious school to participate in our program Ticket Punch Prize. So if you have that, you get to come up and get a ticket from me or from Lonnie or from Dell or Usher. If you already have it, you get it stamped, and then third time, you get a prize. And one more important thing, you all heard about the gala weekend of February 6th and 7th, but the following weekend is extraordinarily important as well. February 13th will be the official installation of our cantor, Jessica Hutchings. So we're looking forward to that. So all you come back, all you Niftyites, you come back for that. That's February 13th. Of course, the congregation, you're going to have to sleep here during the month of February because every Shabbat is extra special, but especially February 13th, which was the 17th anniversary when I did her bat mitzvah. So we're looking forward to that very well. All right. What is our final song? Oseh Shalom, of course. You all know this. Let's sing with full voices. Oseh Shalom.
It's okay to put your arm around the person next to you if you like them, even if you don't.
Shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimroma, uyaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Oseh shalom bimromav, hu yaseh shalom aleinu. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Yaseh shalom, yaseh shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. Ve'imru amen.
Good Shabbos, everyone. Enjoy
Thank you
the
to Sam
Oneg
and
Shabbat.
Crystal and-
Enjoy your dinner.
Lucy and Sydney.